Hi everyone, thank you so much. So this is the second session of Docker which I have started. So we are looking at Docker basic command today. Docker basic command are something like to check Docker version or Docker info, which will provide you the Docker version which has installed in your machine. And then we have a Docker pull which is utilizing to downloading an image, Docker run image which is starting to running a container, Docker ps which is providing a list of the containers which is already running, and Docker stop which is to stopping a container, and Docker rm and particular containers id which we use to remove a container. So these are some of the basic commands which we will use in a demonstration. uh, so let's just go for the another slide. What is Docker Compose? The tool for defining and running multi-containers app. We let's suppose like we have applications which is having a web server, database server, and we have also a controller uh, or any other third messaging servers like RabbitMQ or Redis servers for storing in cache. So web servers we have defined in another container, database we have defined in another container, RabbitMQ we have defined in another container. Like this we have a 3 or 4 containers. So to managing containers together, it's quite a difficult task. That's why we have a Kubernetes or Docker Swarm. Those are the tools which is to manage a container orchestration, right? But before that, like if we have simply we have hosted any Docker applications in our machines, we have a Docker Compose which is about to managing the containers. So it's a YAML file configurations where we have used, and it help us to managing those. It providing we can define a services, networks, and volume inside that. So Docker Compose workflow is something like we have written a Docker Compose.yaml file and we have defined the configurations. Then we start or we have run the command Docker Compose up, which manages the containers with this single command only. The sample file of the Docker Compose is like this. We have a version 3 services, web. This is the web container. Where the nginx image we are pulling, and we are defining a ports, database image MySQL we are pulling, and the environment are there. So benefit of Docker, like I said, Docker is very tool which is portable. It's easy to use, consistent, easy scaling and orchestration. It saves the cost, resources of your machines, servers. It faster developments, and you know the when you are spinning up any containers, it's too fast. You can test it, you can build it. So it's quite popular within the microservices development as well. So now let's go for a demo. In a next lecture we'll show you how we can spin up a container, we writing a Docker file, and how we use a Docker Compose. Thank you so much for this session.